Behind schedule today. It was a super busy day, and as you might not know, I don't get paid for this. So, had a
You don't?
no. I had to take care of my
only
real
me?
job first. It's just you.
I
You're
get
the
direct
only
deposit.
person.
I get
Yeah.
direct deposit every week.
Jim, I'm getting royalty checks. I asked for paper checks because I staple them all to the wall. Yes, I said staple.
So great.
Wow.
Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. You can see everybody here is in an outstanding mood, especially Jim, because he's getting paid, so he's got to be happy.
Big bucks.
But yeah, so we're back on the other side. So what I forgot to mention last week is this. Well, last show was actually our 100th YouTube episode. So
Nice.
we made it. We made it to 100. So welcome to episode 101 on YouTube. And what are we going to talk about? Nothing more than the best, most improved defenses in the offseason, right? What better topic to spend on 101? I should have planned that, but again, not getting paid for this. So with that, let's talk about the top 5 teams, most improved defenses in this past offseason, and we'll keep it short and sweet. So let the show begin.
Welcome to the Bean Apple Podcast.
Belichick. I mean, I text him all the time. He just doesn't answer.
Somehow got mono. God knows who he was making out with.
Somebody had given me 2 tickets to a check in, and I had to run into a store. Came out, they broke my window, and they left 4 more tickets.
All right.
I still laugh at that.
Every
that's
time.
That's like one of the, hey, Jacob, how are you, bud? Oh, wow.
Hey.
Hope you're feeling better, man.
All right. Let me get the, let's get the chat in here.
You get the most dedicated viewer on the show tonight.
Right.
I don't know
That's
what
right.
happened to you, but I hope you're feeling well and healing well, brother.
Absolutely.
But he was in the hospital another time when he was on the show. He was in a hospital bed watching and participating. So
Yeah. He's just a living daredevil.
he's a diehard. Yeah.
Were you running to the computer and fell and tripped to watch the show?
I don't think so.
That is an acceptable
No?
answer.
That would be an acceptable
Right.
answer.
We will
Is that
accept
the survey says? X.
No.
All right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you got to take care of that. Yep.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
you know why? Because he's a Giants fan. He's always upset.
Oh,
he's,
come on.
he's so upset about the continuous losing. He gave himself an ulcer.
He's gonna be cured up. He's gonna be all cured up this season.
He better be. I mean, ulcers are no joke,
Yeah.
especially bleeding
Alex,
ones.
Alex's
Alex,
game, he's up there too.
Of course you can, Alex. Absolutely. You're a diehard Colts fan, and
No,
no
he's
one's
a
really
Chargers fan.
Chargers fan. That's right.
Mhm.
Chargers fan. My bad.
Don't insult him, man.
Yeah, Joe, when you get a
I
chance,
apologize.
Joe, when you get a chance, you said it's the 100th show, just
Yep.
past 100. Go back and see. Let's take attendance for each show and see who has the highest attendance,
Ooh.
and we can give out some on-screen awards.
Yeah. As soon as I get paid.
Boom.
Yeah.
No, Alex has got to be up there. Shaney's got to be up there.
Mhm.
Mark's got to be up there.
Yep. No, Jacob's up in there too.
Jacob's
Johnny
up there.
Mark.
He did disappear for a while on us, though, and I think he kind of
Yeah, I don't know what happened there for a little bit.
fell behind.
Trevor
there.
Lawrence sings.
Trevor,
He's usually
Mhm.
on.
So
Yep.
we got a
yeah,
good-
we got some.
we got a good group.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully, Matt Mahoney comes on a lot more because he's like the dumbest person I know about. Sports. Makes it almost like a comedy session here. So this is to entice him to come on. I want somebody to text
he
him and
does.
say, "Matt, John's talking smack about you. Why don't you jump on real quick?"
Yep.
I like it. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of growing, please subscribe to the channel. We have definitely hit a lull, and this show does not deserve to hit a lull. It's too damn good. So hit that subscribe button.
Ah.
And
Hey, Derek, not for nothing, but that was my favorite intro. I thought that was a great intro.
Ben
What do you
Derek,
mean? It's
Jim
still-
and I both said to keep it there. Joe said, "I'm doing what I want. I'm the producer." So
It
don't hold
was the guy over there with the
against
green.
Jim and I.
it's
That
still
guy.
there. It still
That guy.
opens. It still opens with "Welcome to the Bean Apple Podcast." I mean, there's
That way.
that's always there. That's
That
always
way.
there. So, and I needed a video. podcast. You never made me a video version. So
Oh,
what
come
am
on.
I going to do?
Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh.
Come on. Don't take that.
I liked it. I'm still a fan of it.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, John, you want to kick us off with this while everybody is subscribing below, liking the episode, and making sure to tell all their friends to subscribe?
I sure will. So just to reiterate, we're talking the 5 improved defenses, not the 5 best. So we think the 5 best are 5 improved.
Right.
So my number 5 is going to go to the Minnesota Vikings. Last year they were called Zimmer's worst D he ever had, and they only went out and signed Patrick Peterson. They got Drake or Pat. They stole both corners from Arizona, which is kind of weird. You hardly ever see. I didn't know that happened because I didn't see it on the depth charts. I was just reading about it, so I was like, okay, cool. And they signed your boy Jim Tomlinson away, right? Alvin Tomlinson.
I hated that.
Which, yeah, but don't worry about it. We may talk about the Giants here very, very soon, Jim. I don't know. And then if they can think they're going to have a pretty damn good D. Good front 4. We'll see what happens. They got Sheldon Richardson as well. So, let's see what they do. Let's see what they do here. I agree, Jennings. Now, I guess one scary part is when you're defensive backs. Also, they signed Rhodes too, right? No, not Rhodes. Woods. Xavier Woods. Sorry. Safety Woods, 2 cornerbacks, and a damn good defensive lineman. So, and like I said, with Barr coming back, if he can stay healthy for the year, they will look pretty damn good, I think. And let's face it, they're facing a potential Packer team without Aaron Rodgers. They're facing the Lions, who have a new quarterback, and some uncertainty in Chicago. So, those 6 games may really make their D of what they truly are. Because if they can stand their ground in the North there, they may have a pretty good chance of winning the division, depending on what Rodgers does. So I think they poised themselves. Their offense, we didn't talk about them last week, but they're pretty damn good. So we'll see what Minnesota does next year. But I think they're one of the most improved teams. Now, do I keep going, Joe, or do you guys pop on? I can't remember how we did this. I keep going, right?
Give me your top 5.
Keep rolling.
Okay,
5
to 1.
Top 5. So now for Jake, I'm going Giants. I'm going G-Men at 4. Man, drafted Old July. How do you say it? Old July, right?
Yep.
Pass rusher.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and then they start Tennessee, right? Tennessee just releases Adoree.
Yeah.
Go signs with them. Yeah. So there's your number 2, probably to Bradbury, who looks pretty. Who else? And then they re-signed your boy. They brought in Danny Shelton. So look out for the Giants. They're already pretty deep as it was. I honestly, I think the strongest part of this team now is probably their secondary. And they get for the likes of Dallas. Washington's getting how Philly is in the division play. And their linebackers aren't much to sneeze about either. You got Blake Martinez last year, so from Green Bay. So look for the Giants, I think, to make some noise. And I had to put the G-Men at 4 as much as it hurt me, but I put the Jets 1 last week. 3, I'm going Cleveland Browns here, and let me tell you why. They finally got their safety, so they signed their safety that they needed. Not only that, they brought in Clowney, which I know Clowney hasn't been putting up the greatest of numbers the last couple of years, but my goodness, God, with Garrett on the other side, I thought you'd like that, Jacob. Thank you. I did it just for you, actually. With Garrett on that side, and then drafting the linebacker from Notre Dame, I think he's going to be more of a defensive back where he's all over the field. He's not the most heaviest of linebackers. He kind of has that Jamie-ish type play to him where he can drop back and follow the ball in the backfield. So I mean, God, they were talking about first round for him, and there he is. So, I and they drafted Greg Newsom out of Northwestern, so it looks like he's going to be a starter. They potentially drafted 2 starters and signed Clowney. So, and then they signed Troy Hill. He's a nickel, and then John Johnson. That's the safety I was trying to spit out there the last couple seconds for Cleveland. So I'm telling you, Cleveland, if they're smart, I know we're not doing rankings right now, but if they're smart and they run the ball like they should, boy, that's going to be a scary team. That's going to be a scary team.
Mm-hmm.
So now my number 2. So there's going to be a certain viewer that likes this that's on right now. I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh.
Now, let me explain why.
Alex's head just exploded.
I'm sure it did. So, kind of like how Jim brought up last week about the Chiefs bringing back everybody and kind of like that. So the Chargers, their new head coach is the former defensive coordinator of the Rams. You got Bosa, who you can put in. You're getting Derwin James back after he missed the whole last year. I mean, look out. They have the pieces on that team to kind of go nuts over there. So I know they don't have the same talent as the Rams, but did the Rams have that talent, or was it extracted? Who knows? But, I mean, let's look at the 49ers. And Joe, I'm leaving your Jets out. I'm just telling you that right now as an honorable mention. It's only because I couldn't put the Jets in my top 5 2 weeks in a row. No, I'm kidding. I just thought these 4 are the teams in my last one.
Wait, so they're getting an honorable mention, though?
They are. Oh,
okay.
And because of their head coach, because he's going to bring over that mindset. And you made a couple good signings, but I still think that defensive backfield, man, they're going to get toasted. They're just going to get toasted all year. So I'm going to give the Chargers some love. Look out for that team. But I'm telling you right now, Alex, they're still not beating the New England Patriots. And do you want to know why? Let me segue into the number 1 defensive best team is the New England Patriots. Yeah, I'm a homer right now. And quite honestly, it starts with Hightower coming back. So the leader of the defense is back. We still have Stephon Gilmore, although he is saying he wants more money. Mm-hmm. But I think if they find a way to keep him, Jacob, I'm putting the Jets at 6. I have the Jets at 6, just so you know. But if they can keep that backfield together,
thank you,
with Gilmore and hold on, where am I at here? J.C. Jackson. Sorry, I still think J.C. Jackson had 9 interceptions because of Stephon Gilmore. I truly do. We signed Matt Baltimore. We re-signed Wise. We drafted Barnes. I mean, just all these guys. Chase win of the year. Jalen Miller, we signed over from Philly. He's gonna kind of the depth that we need. And we brought back Kyle. I did, Dina. Hey, I didn't pick him one last week, so give me a little bit of credit. The other 2 homers on this page did. So how they're going to be any worse? I mean, look out for the Pats next year. Of course, you think that way, Jacob, and I know your wallet's telling you that as well. That's kind of how I see it. I think the Patriots made huge moves, and you still have Belichick there calling the kind of in the D. I don't care what anybody says; it's his defensive scheme. So I also thought about the coach when I kind of picked this, and along with the Giants, I almost went the Giants at 3, Jim, because they do have Judge. They're bringing back a lot of skilled players, but I thought Cleveland with Clowney and Garrett. I thought that was a pretty good
interesting
combo there. So I go top to bottom, or bottom to top, Vikings, Giants, Chargers, and Pats as the top 5 most improved defenses.
Okay. I mean, it was a good case for all of them, and no, nothing wrong with that.
I think so.
I mean, I think we're going to share a little bit We're gonna share a little bit here,
Okay.
but I did stray off course from you a little bit here. So Jim, if you want, I'll go second. If that works.
You
for
got
you.
it. You got it.
All right.
I
So
agree with all except the Pats.
let's see what Jacob thinks. All right. So I'm going to start with 5, of course, work my way up. Number 5 for me. And John, somebody very near and dear to you is going to love this. The Cincinnati
Cincinnati.
Bengals. Most improved. I mean, I liked the they lost Carl Lawson to us, which we'll talk about later. But I don't mind the Trey Hendrickson. That's a if he could do what he did in New Orleans, he was a monster on the defensive line down there. Just a sack machine. So if he could bring that into Cincy and play the way he did down there, it could be better than what they had with Lawson to begin with. So that's yet to be seen. I love the Joseph Asai draft pick and what's his name? Shelvin later on. 2 more defensive players that they added in the draft. Nice pieces. So I think when we're talking about improvements, I think that's a team that did a good job addressing most of it in the draft, but I do like the Hendrickson signing at 5. So that's why they're there. So 4, and this team, it might be a little shocking, but Mark's going to love this, the Buffalo Bills. Right? And they didn't bring in a lot in free agency, but drafting Gregory Rousseau and Carlos Basham with their first 2 picks to beef up that defensive line rotation is going to be disgusting. If anybody gets tired, you have another starter just waiting to step in to there. It's insane. If anybody gets injured, they've got depth, they've got speed, they've got power. That defensive line is going to cause fits for opposing quarterbacks, ours included. So that's going to be a tough one. 3, Jacob, my man, the New York Giants.
Hell yeah.
So this is where we're getting back on track a little bit. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, the Giants, for everything John said, I mean, there's not much more to add to it, but they added some really nice key pieces. Adoree Jackson, nobody even saw that one coming, and then all of a sudden he's in New York, he's having dinner, he's signing contracts. It's like what, but that's what, you take somebody to Little Italy down there and you're signing whatever. Like, it doesn't matter.
That's right. And Logan Ryan went out to do that. Logan Ryan recruited him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn food.
It is. So, but yeah, that team definitely added some nice pieces. The defense looks good. The offense looks good. Just the quarterback looks bad. So outside of that, this team is they're one Aaron Rodgers away from winning a Super Bowl.
Agreed.
Oh my God, that would be something.
They're actually one Aaron Rodgers away from probably 3 people in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Tom Brady can't beat the Giants. You know that. So, all right. That was 3. Number 2, sticking in New York. I'm going to stay with the Jets. I think when we're talking about improvements, the Jets had nowhere to go but up.
That's right.
And I think what they did on the defensive line was huge. Cornerback, like you said, they're still going to get roasted. But I expect a lot of pressure from the defensive line with Lawson coming over from Cincy, with Quinnen Williams. It's just Sheldon Rankings coming over as well. You've got some really nice things. CJ Mosley's coming back again this year. Hopefully he plays up to what he was, which is a great addition to have back. They kept Marcus May, which is awesome. So a lot of really nice pieces on a young team and a great defensive-minded coach leading the charge and changing that culture. So I think the defensive line alone is going to add a lot of pressure against the quarterback, hopefully cause some mistakes, and let the cornerbacks kind of, give them some opportunities to play well with some strong pressure. So for me, number 1,
wow.
Just
don't even
say it.
You can't say the
truth.
Pats.
You know it's the
No
truth.
way you say the Patriots.
It has to be.
There's no way he's saying the Patriots.
Just threw it in my mouth a little bit.
So
There's
it's
no way
like
you're
the time
saying it.
like the time I took a shot of Fireball, and it all came up just from like right here in the middle of the night one night. That's what it feels like, doesn't it, Joe? It burns.
Wow.
That's what I feel like. So number one,
No.
the Patriots.
Oh my God.
What
What
they
is
did
going
on
on with
Just
this
speak the
show?
truth, my friend. Speak the truth, man.
what they
It
did on
hasn't even been on my top 10.
what they did on defense was big, and we're talking about improvements.
Improvements?
They made a lot of moves to get better. You know, that you listed everything off. I really don't need to piggyback that. I know, Alex. I know. I'm trying to control
guess.
my breathing to keep it all down. But
on.
but they did. They made a lot of improvements, and they brought in a lot of players to improve the defense. Whether it translates or not, that's not what we're discussing. But they did a lot to improve the defense at all levels, and that's the thing. You know, the Jets really focused on the defensive line and missed out on really in the secondary, but you guys hit all over the board. So that's mine.
I mean, they really did. I mean, I wouldn't say it if it's not true.
Yeah. So Cincy 3, the Cincy at 5,
5. Yeah.
the Bills at 4, Giants at 3, Jets at 2, Patriots number 1.
As they're going to finish this
Wow.
year.
Wow.
Can't
All
wait
right.
to
So
see.
I think of things a little bit different than you guys, I guess. I don't know. I don't actually look at the facts. I just,
Obviously.
I just,
That's why you think the Giants are good.
I mean, why would you? Why would you?
sometimes you got to go with your gut, right? So
All right. Drop your gut on
I'm
this.
going to go with my gut a little bit. So
My stomach came up, so your gut might as well come up.
I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you the Eagles are my number one. I'm not, some kind of maniac going against my arch rival or picking my arch rival. So how about number 5, Saints? What? So the Saints, had an elite run defense already, right? Cameron Jordan, Demario Davis, Lattimore, and more than anything for me, they have to now. So they can't give up a ton of points because they don't have Breeze to put up 50, right? So now they're really going to have to – Peyton is probably going to have to get involved and anchor down that defense to keep the games tighter because they cannot just keep up and throw 50 times with what's his name? Winston, right?
Yeah.
So I think by default, then the team already was an elite run defense. But I think now they're going to have to come up with other ways to keep them in the game because they can't be as loose and as risky as they were because they knew before Breeze will just put up 7 touchdowns. So I think they have to improve. So that's 5. So a couple of repeats here, though. 4, Browns, reasons you said. Jadeveon, Myles Garrett, got the safety now. They should make some improvements. Number 2. What's after 4? 3? Okay.
3 the
Hold on.
last time I
Let me have
looked.
another. No, I was at Brick City today, so
That looks
there you
like a great beer right there, too.
Brick City. This one's called Set Break. Juicy and crushable. Double dry hop, Citra Mosaic, one of Joe's favorites. Juicy,
Nice.
you can bite it. Good stuff.
Looks really good. Looks really good. You can chew it.
Nice.
Yeah. And what is it? 8%?
Oh, there you go.
All right. So where was
That's why you're losing count.
So after 3 comes
after-
2.
After 4 comes 3, I think.
Right.
Right? Okay. So how about Tampa Bay? So Tampa Bay again, whole team comes back.
I had a feeling
Right,
you were
now-
going to go there.
They bring in Joe Tryon. He's next to Shaq. I mean, they're just that team. The fact that they brought everybody back. I mean, how could you not? How could you not? I think that, like I said, with the offense, I think this year they could just steamroll everybody, right? So they not lose the games they did lose last year. Shut people down. Maybe score some more points on defense. To me, there's no reason why they wouldn't improve. Number 2.
Uh-oh.
Say it. I know it hurts, Jim.
Washington football team.
What?
The Washington football team. Young and Sweat and Payne. I love those names. Sweat and Payne. That's perfect for the linemen's names on a football team, right? Payne and Sweat. But I think, they were solid last year. Again, stopping a run. You could pass on them. But I think that with the secondary now, they have to step up and again, they're playing in the NFC East, right? So they're playing against the Eagles. They're playing against Dallas. They're playing against the Giants.
Giants.
So, and the Giants.
And the Giants.
Let me just mute my mic there. So yeah, I do think Washington will have a better year on defense. I think they're improved.
That's a scary statement in itself.
Yeah, well, Jacob, I didn't say number one, right? So I didn't say number one. You know who number one is. For the reasons John said. John and Joe both. The fact that both of you picked the G-Men in your top 5, what makes you think I'm not going number one with that?
Oh, I thought you were going Dallas. Michael
Yeah,
Parsons.
Dallas. With one new guy is going to change their defense. No chance. No chance. Parsons not stopping anybody. Yeah, Giants. Giants for the reasons you said. I mean, Adoree and Aziz and Afidi on the line now. And, I just signed up for the Fan Fest on August 11th. Giants, free parking, free everything. They're going to do a live practice with the announcers, fireworks, just the whole thing. So right here in the Giant Stadium parking lot.
Nice.
Or is it MetLife? It's Giant Stadium.
MetLife.
So I'll be out there.
It's Jets Life.
No chance.
No chance. Jet Life Stadium.
G-Men Giant Stadium. So actually, we'll talk about that after. But so I'll be there August 11th is Fan Fest. So that should be pretty cool. So I put in for 4 tickets. So if you guys are in the area, you guys can come.
I think I get a thing that weekend. Actually, I would love to go to that and just wear my Patriots gear all over.
That would be good. You could do that.
And I'll be like, hey,
it's right down the road.
Lucky? I mean, it truly is. It truly is right down the road. It's only about 5 hours away, 6 hours away.
Yeah, I think
I
got
5 minutes. 5 minutes for me.
I think I got to wash my hair.
I'm doing my nails. I think I got a mani-pedi scheduled that weekend.
Come on, Jacob. I'll see you at Fan Fest.
Well, so I don't know if he's dedicated enough.
Why don't you guys come down? We'll do the show in the parking lot at Fan Fest.
Oh God, I would love to. Actually,
come on.
That sounds terrible.
Oh my God. At least you'll be in the parking lot where your team plays.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you rent out space in the Giant Stadium.
No, it's Jet Life.
Yeah, okay.
It's Jet Life Stadium. Get used
to it. So Saints, Browns, Tampa, Washington, G-Men. And we'll see. We'll see mid-year who's where, who's doing what, who came close.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year.
So I'm just going to point out something, though.
Okay.
So 2/3 of this show picked the Patriots as number one. All right. So, Jim, I just have to ask, do you just not pick the Pats because you hate them? You just look past the mastermind of Bill Belichick's defensive schemes.
Yes.
I mean, you beat us twice in the Super Bowl. You can give us some sort of love once in a while.
No, I cannot.
Just some sort.
I'm loyal. I cannot. I do not think that they are a good team. I don't think they're a good team.
Come on, stop.
I don't think they're a good team. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I know you think they're going to have 10 wins or whatever, but
I don't think they're a good
12,
team. But now that there's 17 games, I'm looking at 12. I don't know.
Okay. No, I don't think they're a good team. I think, yeah. We'll see. We're playing you guys week 3 of the preseason when most of the starters probably will be in. Most of the starters will be in.
I can't ever look at preseason seriously. Now, if the Patriots win, I'm going to be like, see, Jim, the Patriots.
That's right. Okay. Did you see what Cam Newton did?
Man, did you see Stidham just roast the Giants secondary with guys like George Smith and Michael Brown back there, whoever's on your practice squad. But,
that's funny. Stidham roasted defense.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's about what would happen in a preseason game, and it means nothing.
No.
But I mean, I'm fine with that, Jim, because the Pats are going to prove everybody wrong. They just are. They're going to prove everybody wrong, and we won't get into where we think. I will say this: Week 4. So we were talking at work today. Week 4, Brady's coming to New England. That's going to be a close game. I'm not going to talk anymore about it. It's going to be a close game.
My God.
You'll watch. It's going to be a game for the ages, baby. Game for the ages.
So they're going to be home dogs right?
They are home. Yes.
They're going to be home dogs, though.
Yep.
So what do you think? 6.5, 7?
By week 4, 17.
By week 4, both teams will both be 3-0. The Pats will be 3-0 by week 4. So will Tampa. It's gonna be an undefeated. It's gonna be an undefeated game. That's what's gonna make it so insane. I'm just telling you the future. I can't predict Powerball, but I can predict the Patriots. We're gonna beat the Finns, Jets, and Saints. We're gonna go into week 4 against Tampa, and oh boy, just look out. Just look out right there.
Did you predict that they were going to lose twice to the Giants in the Super Bowl?
I did. I just didn't tell anybody. I'm not going to lie, Jim.
That's my favorite kind of prediction.
The undefeated season scared me the most. That I really didn't feel good about that because of how the last game of the season went that year. It was so close.
Against us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that was a great game. That was a friggin' great game. It really was, and it just scared me going into the Super Bowl, especially the run the Giants went on. It wasn't necessarily that it was the fact the Pats hadn't lost yet, so that worried me because you got to think about both staying undefeated. We can't lose, but the run the Giants went on was just sick. It was just, and they did it all with their D, and that's what worried me the most.
And that game was probably the catalyst of the run. Because after that, we went to Tampa, then Dallas, then Green Bay, and then the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, all on the road. Wasn't it all
awesome.
on the road?
Yeah, it was all on the road. Brandon Jacobs and Bradshaw.
It was just
Thunder
a
and Lightning.
scary team, man. And I
Woke
mean,
up the beast. That's what you do.
Yeah, that was tough.
That Eli Manning fury was brought upon you.
That's to be 1 and 2.
So wait, Jacob. So the one win. Who is that? Who is that? Who are you predicting that's?
Why do I think he's going to say the Jets?
Because he's a smart man. He's a smart man. He's recovering from an ulcer, so the blood's coming back to his head, and he's thinking. Right now.
Week 2, Jets, Pats in MetLife, in the Meadowlands. Who wins?
That's a Jets W, baby.
So I talked to my guy, and he has the tickets. I talked to him yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, let me know. You got to let me know." I said, "I keep asking.
Oh,
you got to tell me," and they're ours.
The Jets.
Why don't you wait until? Let me know in October, and then I'll call him.
Yeah, I'll do that
for the September 19th game.
You think a rookie quarterback's going to beat Bill Belichick? It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. I mean, look at the history of it.
He only has to beat Cam Newton.
If Cam's even the starter.
Oh,
here we go. Here we go.
Now the Bills want to start talking. Now the Bills want to start chatting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the Patriots are going to give the Bills a run for their money. I'm not going to get into records. I'm not going to get into anything, but because it's not for now. But I'm telling you, the Pats are going to give the Bills a run for their money. They just will.
No, Jacob, you're crazy.
Stop it, Jacob. You're embarrassing yourself. They're going to be 3-0, just like I said. Jacob, I told you I seen the future. Why do you think I made that bet with you? You think I'd make a bet like that without knowing for sure?
Anyway.
Oh, how the tides have turned.
I like it. All right. Well, so like we were talking about beforehand, we're going to try, since our growth has stifled and we have very long episodes, we're going to try and keep them a little bit shorter. Hopefully we can get some more viewership and start to grow this thing. So we're going to try and keep it on topic and just kind of roll through it, have our short discussions, and then roll off and see if we could start to grow and get some new viewers coming in when they're not turned away by the 1.5 hour long videos that they're about to consume. So with that, we'll be back again. Probably keep it on the week. Definitely got training camp starting here. 2 weeks? Training camp?
2 or 3.
Pretty soon, right? Real soon. End of July, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, once we hit that, we'll be back to our regular 2-a-days. Start breaking down the divisions.
2 a week.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
2 days a week.
Two a weeks. That's our version of NFL 2 a days.
Yeah. 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, we'll be back with that. Definitely want to get you guys on for those previews. Jacob, make sure you're around this time. You completely missed the draft. You left Jim hanging by himself as the only Giants fan representing during the draft. We wanted to have you on, but you were nowhere to be found. So, so when we go through the divisional predictions, definitely want to have you guys join us again. Give us your breakdown of the team, what they've been up to. You're going to be well in tuned in what they're doing. So definitely want to have you on the shows for those. So if you're interested in coming on, please let us know and I'll hit you guys up. But until then, yep, Travis, we're
See, somebody's coming in a half hour. I told you.
yeah, you guys got to be on it. Set those notifications. Set that little bell so the notification goes off and you guys jump on with us. But yeah, until next week, please have a great week. If you're just jumping on now, hit that rewind button because it was a good episode. Until then, for John, for Jim, I'm Joe, and we will see you guys next time.